Welcome. In front of me is the iPad Pro 11-inch from, well, this year, which also is named 3rd gen. And today I will go over unboxing along with an overview of this tablet. So I just pop it straight open, which we do have a little neat tab to basically peel it off from here. It's actually a nice little addition. There we go. Let's open it up. There we go. Nothing at the top of the cover. And get the tablet itself. And here we get paperwork, cable, and a, what is it, probably like 10-watt charger. Let's quickly check. 20-watt charger. So there we go. So just plop that to the side, drop this out of here. There's nothing in here. Okay, so while it's booting up, I'm gonna quickly go over the specs. So what you're looking right here at is a 11-inch display with a resolution of 1668 by 2388 pixels, and it's what they call a liquid retina, which basically is just a fancy mumbo jumbo of trying to say that, hey, our display is 120 hertz and all that blah crap. So let me just quickly zoom out. There we go. So yeah, it comes with 120 hertz HDR10 plus and all that stuff. Not much more to say about it. It has an 82.9% screen to body ratio and pixel density of 265 pixels per inch. Let's get to it. Let's go with English. Whatever, don't really care about the region. Now while I'm going through the setup, it has a I guess triple camera setup at the back. So we have a 12 megapixel wide sensor, then we have a 10 megapixel ultra wide sensor, and we also have a time of flight LiDAR sensor. Maybe before the lenses, not sensors, but yeah. Let me quickly put in the password here. There we go. And at the front, and this tiny little housing right here, we have a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. Now outside of that, okay, I guess I just have to wait here. So outside of the cameras, the device does come with a M1 chip, which is basically their best chip yet. It has several different versions in terms of storage. Now the one that I have right here is a 128 gigabyte storage, which also makes it an 8 gigabyte device. And there's also a 256 gig storage, a 512. They all come with 8 gigs RAM, but if you upgrade to 1 or 2 terabytes, that will be 16 gigs RAM, which is a little bit of a benefit. Now, saying it's a benefit is a little bit of a stretch, considering the price you pay is just ludicrous. So just putting that out there, just because I like to put things in numbers. If you go with the 11-inch Apple, we start off at the bare minimum with $800. I would say it's stretching the reasonable price, considering it doesn't even come with a pencil. But when you get to like the 1 terabyte, which costs $1,500, or 2 terabyte, which costs $1,900, and that still doesn't come with a pen included, things get a little bit sour in my opinion. And then you also have the, well, typical Wi-Fi. Those were the prices for Wi-Fi version. If you plan to also get to the cellular, if you go with the 2 terabytes at the highest price of the 11-inch, you're looking at $2,100 for this device. Or if you're planning to include a pen for it, then that's another, I believe, what, $100 or something like that. So instead of 21, you're looking at $2,200. Great, just money well spent. And just to make that, because I kind of find it hilarious, if you plan to upgrade it to the 12.9 inch version of it, at the highest price, you're looking at, what was it? $2,500. Even though the bigger version of this, I believe, doesn't include anything extra apart from, I think, just the size, but I could be wrong. So that is, take it with a grain of salt. Now, one thing that I will mention right here, which I did find a little bit, oops, did I just don't transfer, which I found, well, as an upgrade over the basically everything Apple as of yet, is the inclusion of, let me just flip it over, if you can see that, that is, I believe, a Type-C port. Is it? Let me quickly check just to make certainly to be completely certain about it. We did have a cable somewhere. Ah, there we go. Got it. So there's a Type-C cable that you normally charge your phone with, and pop. Yep, there we go. So that's a Type-C port. Finally, Apple decided to shift it. Now, hopefully, they will do the same thing with their iPhones, not only the iPads. Now, this does actually add a lot of benefit to it because you can start using your dongles. If you also have an something like a MacBook Pro, you probably already have dongles, so you can just slap them into here and it will work just fine, which is actually a really good thing. So let's see. Forget password, don't have it. I believe that's how I can skip it. Set up later in settings. Yep. Don't use. Agree. So, going back to the actual specs, apart from the M1 and a couple different versions of RAM and storage, it comes with a built-in battery of 7,538 milliamps with a 18-watt charging capability, and that's about actually all. Not much more to say about the device. So let's just quickly get to it, and there we go. So let's just set up. Honestly, for about, let me just rephrase this and start over. If you already are in an Apple environment, then you probably aren't really wondering if you should get this or not. You probably already have it if you are looking for a tablet. Now, if you're not in an Apple environment, then you probably have better options, even from Samsung, which already their tablets do come with a pencil included. Now, to be fair, Apple does have a better pen support in terms of just like professional, for instance, artwork and stuff like that done digitally on the tablet. Their pen is a little bit more precise than the Samsung one. Samsung has just a little bit of a iffy side where it just kind of does sometimes weird stuff that it shouldn't, so it might be a little bit annoying, which on Apple's side you don't have that. But you also don't have a pen included, which at this price range, in my opinion, it's already more expensive than the Samsung's S7 Plus device, but it also lacks a key part of the actual, like, this product, the pro grade of it. Just to put that in perspective, this is called Pro, and it's lacking in the Pro accessories. So it's just a tablet. So they should have probably changed it more to a Apple iPad without the Pro, because, I mean, what do we get? A Type-C port? Wow, whoop-de-doo. Every Android has that. So I'm a little bit salty about that one. Honestly, I would be way happier if Apple started including the pens with the device. After all, it is marketed in a way to cater towards artists, and not including that pen is just kind of like a slap, just trying to, like, hey, look at our device, it's super great, but you have to also buy on the side our pen. Now, I will say, at least they included a charger, but then it's not like we don't have those chargers probably lying around. If you are in an Android environment, you most certainly have a Type-C cable and a charger. So yeah. Well, anyway, not much more to say about it. The device will run blazingly fast. It is, after all, running on an M1 chip, so it really doesn't have any kind of competition with anybody else on the market, at least not at the moment. And honestly, it's nothing new. It's just an iOS device. So if you already used it, you know exactly what you're getting. If you haven't, then I guess you're about to find out. But anyway, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.